So I'm just, where am I? I'm in Marland Park, I think. Uh, yeah, yeah, there's a piss head over there. So, do you know I was out last night with Alex Reid? I've never seen anyone like be so famous, like, or kind of henpecked. I'd like to say it was me, but it wasn't. One girl was shouting, "Oh my God, he's the most handsome man I've ever seen in the flesh." Obviously about Alex Reid. And what someone shouted to me was, "Oh, I thought that was Ricky Butcher." And obviously the hair. And yeah, but it was, what's it called? Brick Lane. I've got post-traumatic stress. It was just every other minute. Do you know that lucky men, and they come out and they're like, "Well, sir, I give you 20% off, and I will give you this 2 drinks free and all that," but doesn't realise that the meal starts at 100 quid or something. Oh man, it was like unbelievable. It was, yeah, it just would not leave you alone. We ended up having something on there, and I'm not really into that food anyway. Alex is, but he said it was pretty disgusting. Said he should have let me get you a bagel, or the famous one on Brick Lane. But then we went in, where did we go? 10 Bells, went another one or two. And we finished at Shakespeare, which is Bethnal Green Road, kind of next door to like where the twins were buried, English and Son. And yeah, it was just like batshit crazy how, like, even old Diaz, 63-year-old, like, then you come up and they knew him. Do you know what I mean? And I don't think that they knew him from watching MMA, but that just shows the level of you know, when you think of the people who are really good at bad, the days of the News of the World, you probably think the Kerry Katona, Michael Barrymore, and Alex Reid was up there for getting like, I get internet trolled, and you know, I've had it a few times in Middlesbrough, but nothing compared to that. And it was just like, yeah, it was like I was with Martin O'Neill a couple of years back, and everyone every 5 minutes wanted a picture of him. But everyone, it was just, I don't know, the East End are quite nosy people, so they were all coming up and saying like, you know, talking about his ex-wife and saying how lovely he was and how much he didn't deserve it. But yeah, it's always nice to spend company in Alex Reid's company. I do have a lot of time for him. I kind of reached out to him over 3 years ago now because I wanted to do his book. And yeah, nothing's really materialised because, I mean, it's books that the arse fell out of it. I do books these days as a hobby. They're definitely not for financial gain. They're kind of what keeps me off drinking, because if I don't write, I think I'd done 6 years one year, and I would have done 7 if I didn't delete a certain someone's that was finished. But I'm just doing 2 a year, like 1 every 6 months now, and it's more labour of love, because as I said, you know, no one's got money for gas, electric, petrol. So who wants to buy a book? So 2002 came along. I had a book signing with a certain someone who I wish I'd left him, found under the rock I found him from, pardon the pun. And anyway, Middleton Waterstones closed 4 days before that order. Yeah, 3 days, 3 or 4 days. And the well closed, the shops closed. So that was in March. I think they started opening maybe October, November. But I never got that. So they ordered 450 books, and that was just one shop. which is there's 283 in Great Britain, so you know Darlington would have ordered them, Durham, Newcastle, Sunderland, Gateshead, all them kind of things. So that just, you know, the market has just fell. So I said to Alex last night, I said, listen, as a friend, I wouldn't even consider writing a book till maybe 4 years. My wife says, I don't think it will ever go back to normal. Yeah, it's, no one can afford to get anything. But yeah, Alex Reid, he's got a channel now which he's going to be, I'm going to really give him a kick up the backside, and because I like, there's only really a handful of channels I like Andrew Goins. She was one of the first ones I kind of seen. I think I've been on YouTube now just over 3 years in August. And Anne, highly intelligent. Yeah, I would definitely not want to get into an argument with her. She'd really make you look stupid. As would Danny Christie. You know, he can obviously do it with that, but he's got a wide range of... He's got a huge arsenal for a vocabulary. So I could imagine he'd just absolutely tear me to shreds if he wanted to. Fergal is another one. I really like Fergal for making gains. Yeah, as I said, I don't watch anyone else's channel, because normally it's just negative nonsense. That guy over there is sitting drinking to himself, laughing his head off. He's having the whale of a time. Do you know why? Because he's got no wife, he's got no worries in the world. He's just sat smoking rollies, and he's got 2 cans of Ulster pills in front of him. I want to go and go over and see where... I want to go and hang around with him. I like these people in life, these strange... do you know what? I'm guaranteed if there's a nutter... If there's... Because I like nutters. Like, not nasty nutters, but like... oddball nutters. Yeah, he's just sat in the park drinking, laughing to himself. Because that's my kind of guy. I wonder what his vibe is. So I'm going to go and have a chat with him. But I like different people. I like different people who stand out. And yeah, but I don't do nasty nutters. There's a lot of nasty bastards, particularly on YouTube. And I had to swear to kind of get that... What's the word? To get my point across. There's a lot of highly manipulative people, users. What the hell is he laughing at? One sec, let me... Don't know whether you can see it from there, but yeah, he's having a ball. Yeah. So if there's a nutter in life, it's just in the small print that I will come up, and I do like different people, but I don't like nasty ones who. And I've met a couple of them in the last couple of years, highly manipulative people, and the more that you do for them, the more they want. And I very rarely, you know, it's quite funny sometimes. People are like, oh, I want to see that Jamie Boyle. Have you got his number and that? Well, listen, if you don't know me, you haven't got my number. You haven't got a right to be annoyed. You know, I do understand that. Them 22 books and 3 documentaries, with another 4 books to come, they're finished. And I started speaking to a bloke last night. Really close friends with Mickey Duff. He wouldn't speak to me, but I was just like, oh my God, you were perfect. He told me a few things anyway. Yeah, Jewish guy as well, and he actually looked. I say Mickey Duff looks a bit like Bricktop. Got kind of the character, you know, your charm of a rattlesnake. And this guy was a double of him. His uncle was actually, I don't really want to give it away. So there's a famous. So I've read 56 books on the Kray twins. There was a figure who associated round him with them last night, called Checker Berry, and that was his uncle. You know, because in the East End, as small as it, or as big as it is a small place, so everyone kind of knows everyone. But yeah, so what am I going to do? Sod off. I'm going to watch the football and sit and have a bet somewhere. I've done a few videos, so I'm going to be spraying them out over the next couple of days. Can't think of anything else to say. If you want to ask me anything in the comments, so I am on Twitter at JamieBoyle10. But yeah, if you want to give me a message, ask me anything, ask me to do a video, to talk. So I've noticed, so I was diagnosed with dyspnea last year or the year before. So it's a kind of like hyperventilation syndrome. You know, people can get Tourette's where it attacks the nervous system and that, and I had, and I'm quite okay with that now. So you probably noticed I'm talking a little bit more slower, and so that's why I can do videos. But yeah, I will never get involved if anyone's, I seen someone last night going back and forth with videos, certain someone who I used to have a lot to do with, and I was just like, why? I get called all kinds of names, but the minute you indulge is the minute you've done an Ouija board and you've just got spirits back in your house. It's hard. It's been really hard for me, particularly I'm coming out of the last 3 years of a situation, and I haven't made any announcement yet. It's early October, certainly this year, maybe the back end of October, certainly November, December, everyone will realise why I've been quiet. But I wouldn't have got the results if I'd have been going back and forward. I wanted to, but I haven't been allowed because of the wife. But yeah, there's some people who are going as far, this is their future, talking about Jamie Boyle on YouTube. Yeah, ridiculous. So right, I'm off for a walk around the East End, and might head over to southwest London. Yeah, let us know your comments below. Big thank you to everyone who follows and subscribes. This channel is going to get really busy now. Bugger off. But yeah, I'm going to stick, and more so this, I was thinking about doing other things on other channels, so I'm just going to stick to this. And it's not going to be about true crime. I mean, actually, I am going to put a few books out of print, what I've done in the past, because I don't want to be linked with certain people. You live and learn, and boy did I learn. So yeah, you know, the books that I do for it now, like there'll be Mickey Duff, Brian Clough, yeah, unique characters. I mean, I've toyed with the idea of doing something on giant haystacks. It's entered me to do something on Brendan Ingle. So yeah, just lots of really different, interesting people. I was speaking to a very famous boxing coach the other day, in the most famous